Everybody, Ralph Havens here, and rainy day in Bellingham, Washington. Just finished a great run on the trails with my running group. Love my running group, and I just had a great time last night with some friends. And I was thinking about um, our legacy. You know, your legacy, our legacy. These days, there's so much new stuff going on, and I've been wrong so many times in my life with so many things, and and so I might be wrong now, and I who knows who's right about any of this stuff, what's going on in the world right now. But the thing is, I think we can all consider what our heart tells us, and and then at some point, a year from now, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now, people can look back. Our children can look back, and what kind of legacy are we leaving? What mattered to us? I was thinking about this morning after my wonderful run on the trails and here in the Northwest, and great time hanging out with the family. And I just thought I want to put a little Facebook post because I think it might be something useful to consider. And and so it's like, years ago, there were choices made in my family when I was a little kid, and my mom got a new husband, a stepdad, when I was very young. And bottom line, short version of a long story, her life was ruined. And he was very never hit her, but very abusive emotionally, and didn't let her be with her best friend. I didn't get to be with my best friend in fifth grade because of wrongs that people had done to our family, and he basically isolated her. And what happened next is devastating. I'd gotten to watch the last days of her life, and actually from a very distant, because she's so isolated. But but I've seen what an abusive situation can do to somebody. And and so what I'm wondering is, like, how do we want to live? Like when we moved to Bellingham, we had a few criteria. We wanted clean water without fluoride because of what I had been through. We wanted a really good community. We wanted a good food source, good stores. We liked co-ops. Um, we wanted a good running group, running town. It'd be nice to have a good running store, and Bellingham checked all of our boxes. And the very um, first full day we were in town, we signed up for our food store, our co-op, and and when we look through the way we think about life, it's like the places we get our food, the kind of things we put in our body, a lot of it isn't approved by the FDA, of course. Like the stores that we shop in have products in the health food section and the natural supplement section, and they're not approved by the FDA. And pretty much anything that is approved by the FDA, all those drugs and stuff, aren't in those stores. And and we made a choice. We just made a choice. Now maybe it's wrong. Maybe there's other ways. Maybe we're completely wrong and misguided. But that was our choice. And when I think about all the stuff that's being done now, like you know how we're living and how it's going, people are making such bending over backwards to do what's been told by the government and by health authorities, and everybody's got some concerns and worries and scares. But at some point we're going to look back on this, and there's going to be a legacy. Your legacy, my legacy, and we might all be wrong, or maybe somebody's getting this right. But we're going to look back, and it's like choices, right? Like, does it feel right to you? Is there an abuse going on here? Um, what I found throughout my life was all the times that I was told information that wasn't true, stuff that affected my health. I could go through the list like crazy. Being no breastfeeding because um, that wasn't as good as medical food from Nestle and all those baby formula companies, and um, antibiotics just at the drop of a hat. Some of these things that we found were just not true, not good, not healthy. There's repercussions, there's payback from some of those things. and all the drugs, you know, the opioids and the Vioxx and all these companies that have been sued millions of dollars, billions of dollars. Um, you know, it's like maybe they're right this time around. Maybe somehow they got it right. But the thing is, it's like choices. How do you want to live? How do you want to live? And our children are going to be looking at this in 10 years and 20 years to see what we did, and did we just take it? Did we just take the things? You know, is it abuse? Is it abuse? I don't know. You know, it's not for me to decide for everybody, but is it abusive to say that you can't breathe the air that crosses your face? You know, that you can't go someplace because of your views on natural health or God or nature, you know? And so, and do you make amends? Do you just keep trying to, you know, we kept working around my stepdad, you know? My mom worked around it for years, just trying to like appease him. And well, what can we do? And the rules kept changing. So I don't have the answers, but I think maybe it would be useful to, I'm going to look in my heart and just keep looking there and see what legacy do I want to leave? What do I want to stand for? There's lots of stuff to stand for. You could stand for the medical system. You could stand for the natural health system. You could stand for you and God. You could stand for you and nature. You could look at your kids and just, you know, maybe consider what you're doing, what we're doing. I'm totally could be completely, absolutely wrong. I've been wrong so many times. And but man, oh man, just some reflections from today, wondering, you know, what to do next. And so, yeah, hope this is interesting to somebody. Let me know what you think. Click like and share if you like. I would really like to hear what people think about looking back 5 years, 10 years in the future, what you feel you might be, what might be our legacy. Did we do it right? Were we there for the kids? And I say this, I'll say one more thing. You know, I saw a report in one of the regular news agencies that children now, children and teenagers, 50% of them have a clinical mental condition, the anxieties and the depressions. And suicides are up. I've seen numbers as high as 50%, some communities 100% increase of children. And so, so what are we doing? What are we saying? You know, we might all be wrong. I might be wrong, but there's consequences to our actions, and we might want to look in our heart and see how we want to live. All right, I'm going to go enjoy my Sunday, and I hope you can too.